The reason your daughter is not married yet is because she has a spiritual husband. She was initiated into a marine kingdom when she was a baby, and she was given a husband there. And someone from your family is responsible for her problems. I will give you something that will break her out from this marine bondage. Take these 3 coconuts and salt and break it, and pour the coconut water into her bathing water, and add the salt too. Speak some words into the water, then let her bathe with the water for 3 days, each coconut and salt for each day. I promise you, she will be free. And whoever that initiated her into this will confess and die. She should make sure she bathes very early in the morning before anyone wakes up, and tell her not to mention this to anyone, or else the cleansing will not work.
In the heart of Yoruba land lived the beautiful young couple named Ayo and Bimbo. They have been married for years but has no child. But despite their condition, they still found happiness in each other's love and simple pleasures of life. For years, Bimbo and Ayo prayed for a child. They visited countless shrines and sought the guidance of wise elders, but their prayers remained unanswered. Yet, they did not lose hope, believing that one day the gods would grant them the gift of a child. Bimbo faced a lot of difficulties in maltreatment from her husband's family, especially her mother-in-law, because of her childlessness. She insults Bimbo at every given opportunity. But despite all her insults, her husband still stood by her and always defends her. Ayo's mother was a very dangerous and wicked woman. Ayo didn't know that her mother is the reason behind their childlessness. Ayo's mother serves a deity that grants her wishes. She made a deal with a river goddess to give her riches and power in exchange of Bimbo's womb. She will keep getting richer as long as Bimbo remains childless. Despite all these things she did, she still insults and maltreats Bimbo for being childless. All these years, she has been dwelling in riches while her son and daughter-in-law suffers from childlessness. One day, Ayo's mother Yetunde went to her deity, the river goddess, to ask for more favor. When she got there, she called upon the river goddess to come out and receive her sacrifice, and also to grant her wishes. But unfortunately for her, the goddess was going to ask for something else in return. When the river goddess came out, Ayo's mother Funke spoke up and said, "My goddess, I came with gifts and sacrifices to offer to you for you to grant my wishes." "And what is your wishes?" the goddess asked. "I want to live a longer life than my forefathers and also be more powerful." The goddess replied, "It's going to cost you, woman." "I will do anything you ask for, my goddess," Ayo's mother said. The goddess replied, "For you to get what you want, you must make a huge sacrifice. As long as you live, your granddaughter will never get married. If she do, you will die. And if you break out from this covenant, you will also die. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to sacrifice the happiness of your family and your own granddaughter to get what you want?" Ayo's mother replied, "Yes, my goddess, I will do anything. But I don't have any granddaughter. I already exchanged all my grandchildren for wealth. I will give you a son, a daughter. She will be initiated into my kingdom immediately she is born by you here at the river. I'm going to give her a spiritual husband. This will seal your covenant and promise, and it will also prevent her from getting married. And do not tell anyone about this, because if you do, you will lose everything. Thank you, my goddess. I will do as you say. Ayo's mother responded. The goddess disappeared into the river, and Ayo's mother went home. Few months later, Bimbo became pregnant, and this brought joy into the family. The insult and disrespect she gets from her husband's family had to stop. She became everybody's favorite. Another few months later, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Everyone in the family was very happy, especially her husband Ayo. Even her mother-in-law Yetunde was also happy because she knows she has a lot to gain. Ayo named her daughter Adesua. One night when everyone was asleep, Ayo's mother Yetunde took the baby down to the river to dedicate her and initiate her at the river just like she promised the river goddess. When she got to the river, she called on the river goddess and she appeared and asked her to dip the baby inside the river. Ayo's mother did as she was told and dipped the baby inside the river and brought her out immediately. The river goddess told her that the baby has been initiated and that she should remember to keep her own part of the promise. Ayo's mother agreed and left and went home. When she got home, she noticed that everyone was still asleep. She placed the baby back and silently went out. Few weeks, months and years later, Adesua was growing beautifully and with love. She was loved by everyone, especially her parents. But everyone noticed her grandmother has this special love for her. She pampers her a lot. She fights with anyone or anybody that scolds or beats her granddaughter Adesua. She doesn't joke with her. Everyone assumed that her behavior was because Adesua was her first grandchild. That was why she has so much love for her. Yetunde never allowed her granddaughter to overwork or overstress herself. Left for Yetunde, she would have never wanted her grandchild to work. Some years passed. Adesua grew up into an adult and ready for marriage. Big and rich men were coming for her. But the mystery behind this is that any man that comes to ask for her hands in marriage will end up not coming back again. Any man that visits her or declares his intention to her will not come back again mysteriously. This kept on happening for some time. Unknown forces kept chasing those men away. Even her grandmother would always tell her that she should not worry, that all these men are not meant for her, that her perfect man will come one day. This got Adesua's parents worried too. Adesua also started seeing a particular handsome young man in her dreams smiling at her. Sometimes she would see herself playing at the river with this particular young man, but she would always wake up confused. She even had to tell her grandmother about it. Her grandmother told her not to worry, that the dreams means that her man will come for her soon. She had to believe her grandmother. Few years later, Adesua kept having the same dream, and the scary part of it is that the man kept growing as she is growing too. Any man that comes to marry her will have a mysterious, strange and dangerous encounter on his way back, and they will end up not coming back. One night, she slept off and saw the same man in her dreams. She told the man to stop appearing in her dreams, but the man replied, "I can't stop. We are bound forever. I am your husband. You can't have any other husband except me. I am your only husband till eternity." Adesua woke up and screamed. She ran to her parents' room and told them everything. Her parents were shocked. They told her to keep it to herself and not to tell anyone, even her grandmother. The next morning, her parents traveled to a distant village to seek help for their daughter. When they got there, they met a strong spiritual woman. They told her everything, And the spiritual woman revealed everything to them, saying,
The reason your daughter is not married yet is because she has a spiritual husband. She was initiated into a marine kingdom when she was a baby, and she was given a husband there. And someone from your family is responsible for her problems. I will give you something that will break her out from this marine bondage. Take these three coconuts and salt and break it, and pour the coconut water into her bathing water, and add the salt too. Speak some words into the water, then let her bathe with the water for 3 days, each coconut and salt for each day. I promise you, she will be free. And whoever that initiated her into this will confess and die. She should make sure she bathes very early in the morning before anyone wakes up, and tell her not to mention this to anyone, or else the cleansing will not work.
Ayo and Bimbo were shocked at the revelation. They thanked the woman and left. When they got home, they called Adesua inside their hut and told her everything, and made her promise them not to tell anyone, not even their grandmother. She agreed. The parents kept wondering who this family member is that caused their daughter this pain. Very early in the morning, Adesuwa's mother did as she was instructed by breaking the coconut water into her daughter's bathing water, and added some salt in the water and spoke some words into it. Adesuwa bathed with it immediately. When everyone woke up, her grandmother brought water for her to bathe as usual. Adesuwa collected the water and poured it away secretly. Nobody knows that she bathed so early in the morning, not even her grandmother. Adesuwa and her mother did this for 3 days, just like the spiritual woman instructed. On the night of the third day, she slept, but she didn't dream. The young man didn't appear to her or visit her in her dreams again. She woke up happily. The next morning, she heard screaming. She ran out, and it was her grandmother that was screaming. Everyone gathered to know why the old woman was screaming. She started saying, Ayo, my son, please forgive me. Bimbo, my daughter-in-law, please forgive me. Adesua, my beautiful granddaughter, please forgive me. I made Bimbo to be barren. I sacrificed all her unborn children to my deity in exchange for wealth. I was also the one that made Adesua never to marry. I initiated her to a marine kingdom when she was born in exchange for long life and more power. Please, all of you should forgive me, please. I was so greedy and selfish. She screamed and fell and died immediately. Everyone was shocked. Nobody expected her to be this evil. Everyone saw how she loved and adored that this was her granddaughter. Ayo and his wife Bimbo was so shocked and surprised at what happened. They never expected the person to be their mother. They never expected her to be this wicked and evil. She did everything for her own selfish reasons. Yetunde's body was thrown into an evil forest. Because she was an abomination, she can never be buried. That was how Yetunde, the evil and wicked old woman, ended up. Adesua was finally free. She was so happy. Her parents were so happy for her. She later got married to a good, wealthy young man, and they lived happily. Ayo and his wife Bimbo gave out all her late mother's properties and money, and they later got the happiness they deserved. The end. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I would love for you guys to share what you learned from this story in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your comments, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share. and also turn on your notification buttons for more new videos. Till next time, guys. Bye.